Grandad's medals were sold back in the mid-70s. They were sold under duress. My mum didn't want to sell them, and so I thought, wouldn't it be great to try and find these medals?
Our lads saw them in the mid-70s, and I never ever thought that I would see them again.
I didn't really think that I'd find them, but I also knew that every medal was stamped with the soldier's name and number. I knew that those medals would be sitting there somewhere, in someone's drawer, in someone's cabinet, and there may well be a small chance, just a smidgen of a chance, that they might turn up. So it was worth looking, and they did.
It was just the sheer persistence of my son and the wonders of the internet and eBay that they've actually reappeared after all these years.
I've been looking for the medals for the last 5 or 6 years or so, and I just never expected to find them. I'd look every night on eBay, and I couldn't believe it when I saw his name there. His name, Gilbert Baxter, regiment number, his regiment name. It was amazing. And then when I scrolled across to see that, you know, there he is, and there's his medals, it was just, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But I still wasn't too sure if those were his medals. So this picture, so we had the half round part of that. We didn't have the whole one. It was just like winning the lottery, the same sort of feeling and elation, except I had to pay.
If you've been searching for them for years and you think that they're never ever going to reappear, it's just amazing. It really is. It's just euphoric, really, that they've turned up again. I
was really worried that I'd be outbid. You know, I'd bid for things on eBay before, I knew the process, but when something was so emotional and you knew that you had to win, then it just seemed to change the whole dynamic. It changed everything. And I was really worried that I'd lose. So I put in the mother of all bids to ensure that I won.
This is a 1914-15 star, the British War Medal, the Victory Medal, and this is a General Service Medal with a class for Iraq.
It was expensive, but it's relative, you know. If you look at the sacrifice that the soldiers made, I'm just spending what turns out to be a few £100s, but some of the sacrifices that the soldiers made was the ultimate sacrifice. The money I spent was nothing.
Well, they will be saved along with all the other mementos of him that we've got, and then it's going to be up to Jason how he stores them in the future.
Holding the medals in my hands, knowing that they are as close to as flesh and blood as they have been for the last 40 years was special, and handing them back to my mum was even more special, knowing that they'd not been in her hands for the last 40 years. Finding them in this centenary year, I probably knew that now was the best time to find them. If there was ever going to be a time to find them, it would be in this centenary year. But what was even more spooky was the fact that I'd made 18 bids, and it was this 18th bid that actually won the medals. It was, there's a lot of coincidences, but of course they were just coincidences.